Motorists are being urged to fill up now as they prepare for the fuel excise cut to end and petrol prices to skyrocket. The fuel excise cut is due to end on September 29, with the government saying they will not extend it. But many are calling for it to continue, with the National Retail Association, NRA, saying high petrol prices will have a disastrous impact on supply chains. For more personal finance-related news and videos, check out Personal Finance. Watch more on high diesel prices in the video above. Our retailers are being impacted by a whole raft of increases across the board, and of course supply chains is one of those which is directly impacted by the cost of fuel, NRA Chief Executive Dominique Lamb told NCA Newswire. Anything that the government can do in order to support those industries that are part of our ecosystem is incredibly important, because you've got to remember, in a country like Australia most of our freight is on roads. There is also concern that if Aussies cannot afford fuel, they will reduce spending in retail and hospitality. There's no doubt that consumers are starting to tighten their belts, especially when it comes to discretionary spend, Lamb said. Consumers are spending more on essential groceries and fuel, but the softening figures are coming from those discretionary items and other categories in that non-essential component of the market. Lamb said that amidst inflation, interest rate hikes, and rising fuel and electricity costs, consumers are changing their spending habits. It's probably just something else we don't need. We don't want to see people restricting what they're spending their money on, or where they're going, or what they want to do. Warren Reynolds, executive chairman of MuzzBuzz, a drive-through coffee chain, said, "It's there in black and white. As fuel prices rise, customer numbers drop off. People make calculated choices on how often they can afford to drive and exactly where they're driving to and from." Reynolds says this change in consumer behavior is significantly impacting businesses. For some customers, this will mean traveling only for the absolute necessities and avoiding any unnecessary trips to retailers, whether it be visiting their favorite coffee shop or picking up something extra at the shopping center. He said allowing the fuel excise to return to its normal rates will be destructive to the overall economy. If households are already struggling with the current fuel prices, it makes no sense to add an extra 22 cents a litre at the end of the month, he said. Fill up now. Australian motorists are being urged to take advantage of falling petrol prices and fill up now to make the most of the lowest levels we have seen for some time before it is too late. In August, NRMA spokesperson Peter Corey said Australia was nearing the bottom of the price cycle, but warned it could soon jump back up. They've been falling now for several weeks in accordance with the price cycle, but they have definitely fallen to levels we haven't seen for some time, he told 7 News. We are almost at the bottom of the cycle, he explained. But also, we know oil prices have been falling steadily since hitting those high points that we saw in June. The average in the middle of June for regular unleaded in Sydney was $2.19. It's now at $1.62. That gives you an idea of how much oil prices have fallen. While motorists will welcome the relief at the pump, Corey says it is not clear how long it will last. The falls are highly volatile. We have no idea whether they're going to be sustained long-term, he said. What we do know is that over the last 2 or 3 weeks it's been pretty consistent, driven largely by concerns about the global economy. While it has taken about 50 days for prices to fall this low, Corey said it would only take a few days for them to jump back up. That's just the unfortunate reality of price cycles nationally, is that when they go down very slowly, and when they jump, they absolutely skyrocket, he said. So, at some point in the coming days, possibly later this week, we will see that price cycle turn. And that's why it's really important for motorists to fill up today or tomorrow. Keep a very close eye, because you're going to see lots of service stations are below a $1.60. As for when motorists will see cheap prices again, Carey says it depends on how long the next cycle is. 2 Big 4 banks pass on RBA's interest rate rise. Here's where to find the cheapest petrol in your postcode, as of Saturday afternoon. Sydney real-time fuel price tracker Petrol Spy says Ultra Petroleum in Manly offering $142. 9. Temco Petroleum in Greenacre offers the second cheapest at $143. 8. Melbourne Metro Petroleum in Carlton and United Fitzroy are offering the lowest prices, with $147. $9 and $148.90 up for grabs respectively. Brisbane. A tank of unleaded will be cheapest at Grange Auto Care for $149. 5. Closely followed by Ampol Inagara or Puma Inagara, which are both offering deals of $149. 7. Adelaide motorists can find the petrol on offer in Adelaide at Liberty Nailsworth for $141. 5. Or Liberty Camden Park in Beverley for $143. 5. Perth motorists will get most bang for their buck at bike service stations in Welshpool and Ascot, where prices are tied at $147. 3. The second cheapest is also in Welshpool, where Atlas Fuel is offering $147. 5. Canberra prices in Canberra are yet to plunge quite as low as the rest of the country, with the cheapest $162. 7. At Ampol Majura Park, followed by $177.90 at 7-Eleven Braddon. Darwin drivers in Darwin face the most expensive prices, with Fuel Express Winnerly offering the cheapest deal of $173. 5. United Stations at Darwin, Smith Street, Parap, Ludmilla, Bagot Road, Coconut Grove, Winnerly Roadhouse, as well as VP Winnerly and Coconut Grove, Ampol Darwin International Airport and Berrima are all offering prices of $179. 5. Hobart United Stations in Lutana, Hobart North, Wentworth, Howrah, Bellerive, Tasman, are all offering petrol for $168. 7. And finally, thank you all for watching the video. Please like and comment your opinion so we can discuss together. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell to follow and update many other interesting news. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.